We're live from the fifth edition of Human Capital Experience. I'm Vishwa Kumar. I have here with me Fahsham Farook, who's a peak performance coach. Hi Farouk, how are you?
Great.
Farouk, my first question is, like a lot of industry experts talked about 70-hour work for employees and everything. What is your take on that?
Okay, I understand the question. Even Narayana Murthy of Infosys has actually talked about it. See, for me, I don't believe in time management. It's about energy management, right? So it's not about how many hours you work, 60, 70, 80 hours. But what's really important is how employees are indulging, emotionally connected, how effectively they are engaged during those work hours. So it's not about 60, 70, 80 hours of work, but during those work, how emotionally engaged they are. So how do you make your employees emotionally engaged? You need to understand whether their curiosities, their interest, their passion, their love, their purpose is matching with organizational purpose and objectives. So if you are able to do that, the drives becomes, by automatic, by naturally your employees are driven, and that's how you trigger your employees flow states. And as I mentioned in my talk, flow is such a you don't feel like work. 5 hours goes like 5 minutes. Why? Because you're so emotionally connected, and so the work becomes so enjoyable. So for me, it's not about how long you work, but for me, more than the time duration of your work, but how emotionally connected you are, how passionate you are about your work, how much purpose you have about your work. So that is a equation for me more than the time.
And from the organization's point of view, like what do you think? Where should they draw the line, like between overburdening the employee and pushing the employee towards betterment?
See, as I mentioned, energy management is very crucial. But even I've given an example about SpaceX, right? SpaceX, they're working 70, 80 hours, but they don't feel like work. So if your employees are burned out, why they are burned out? It's not because majorly not because of the time duration, because they are stressed out, because one of the reasons they are not emotionally connected with the work. So the first and foremost, are the organizations conveying the message, their purpose, into the hearts? So your primary job as an organization is to make sure your why, your purpose has been clearly conveyed to the employee. So employee knows why they are doing their what, and their why is very clear. And if they are driven, they get excited to do the work. So for me, again, it's not about the time duration, again, because yes, I understand your perspective, because when you are only talking about time, and if you are stressed out, burned out, why? Because you are not emotionally connected, you don't enjoy the work becomes work. Then your point, we have to talk about the energy management, stuff like 60 hours, something like that. But when the work becomes more enjoyable, the time duration, yes, of course, sleep plays a very crucial role. It is very important that every employees get 8 hours of very quality sleep. That's very important. Number two, this is also very important for the organizations to ensure they get proper quality time with their family. That's very important, because when it becomes all about work, you cannot sustain high performance. So employees, when we talk about employees, they are humans. They have the other areas other than the work, their health, their family relationships. So all those things also, and sleep again is very crucial. Just imagine if organization employees are not getting proper recovery or sleep, do you think they will be able to perform? So minimum 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and time for proper work-life balance with family and stuff, that also is so crucial.
And lastly, you talked about the three-step process in your slides.
Yes.
Very quickly, can you just take us through those 3 steps?
I mentioned about, if you wanted to sustain high performance, I call it as upgrade. You need to UPGRADE, upgrade. What do you mean by upgrade? You need to unlock your brain capabilities. You need to unlock your purpose. You have to be driven. Number 3, you need to have clear roadmaps covering all critical aspects of you as a human: your health, your mental health, your relationships, stuff like that. Number 4, you need to manage high energy levels. So for that, you need to consistently optimize your body, your brain, your mind. Then you need to consistently involve in flow activities. Then you need to develop grit and resilience, and finally you need to start focusing on extending your performance. Age-related performance decline you need to prevent, and these are my 7-step system, which I call it as upgrade framework.
And lastly, how was your experience at our summit today?
Oh my God, it is unbelievable. The way ETHR has conducted it's unbelievable. From the stage, from the speakers, the leaders of the industry, it's really a great experience.
Thank you so much, Fahsham, for sharing your great insights. We loved what you said, and I hope the people sitting over there are able to take something home today. Thank you.